So this morning, I was supposed to have a closing. I was buying a property, and for some dumbass reason, getting a loan to close on this property, which in 15 years, I have never practiced getting a loan from a hard money lender. But this particular guy was very adamant about loaning me money to buy a deal, buy an investment property, and saying, hey, this could be new doors for you, new opportunities, you could make more money, negotiating tools. And I was like, okay, shit, I'll try it. And it just so happened that I came up with a deal that I was like, maybe I'll try this money. Because there were occupants in the house and I could not get in to show the house. So I said, that'd be good if I could just close on it, tell the sellers we ain't got to worry about trying to get in and show it. We'll just get the tenants out of there and we'll close on it with cash, and then, I'll wholesale it from there. Secured the money and everything. No problem, right? This guy did tell me that the interest rate was going to be at one point for 60 days, and then it would increase. Because typically they did like transactional funding. And this wasn't his normal cup of tea, which I don't know why he was, adamant about loaning me money in the first place when he knew I was a wholesaler. Anyway, so 2 weeks ago I started requesting loan documents. I wanted to see the terms of this loan before I ever got to the closing table. And I never got the papers until yesterday at 4:30 p.m. Supposed to close yesterday. But since I got them so late, I'm like, well, I can't make it today. I'll have to come in the morning. And then this morning I decided to read them. And I have a copy here. And by no means, I'm not trying to downplay this person's business or how they do their loans, but I just wanted your feedback to see what you thought about the terms of this loan. Needless to say, I walked away from this deal and thought, wow, you didn't even grease me up before you tried to bend me over on this money. But here's the terms. $96,000 loan. Now my purchase price is for $85,000. Okay? This is a 60-day loan, which, okay, I knew that. Knew it was a 60-day loan, and the interest rate would increase after 60 days if I did not pay the loan back. The cost of the funds for 60 days is $14,400. Okay? That's the cost of the loan. In addition to an administration fee of $595. Really? No extensions. If it's not paid in full by the maturity date, the borrower agrees to allow the deed to be held in escrow, and they can transfer the deed anytime they want. It's their control. So if I go 61 days and I have not paid off the loan yet, they can record their deed, and I'm pretty much fucked. Okay, moving on. I did ask this lender, do you do loans in corporation's name? Because that's how I want to do this loan. I do not want to personally guarantee any loan on any house ever in my life. And he said, yes, no problem. It's no problem. Well, in my loan package here is a personal guarantee statement for Tracy K. Wood to personally guarantee this $96,000 loan. No, I don't do that. Okay, and then there's a default rate here. If you notice here, default rate of 24%. So, in other words, I'm going to be paying the interest rate. First of all, I'm going to be paying a $14,400 fee for the money. Then I'm going to pay the interest rate on the money, which is 14%. And I think that is indicated down here, right here, interest rate, 14%. And then if I go past 60 days, I'm going into day 61, it goes to 24%. And in Florida, my friends, 18% is the maximum amount of interest you can charge somebody. Otherwise, it's usury, and that's illegal. I should have just signed it and, went for the usury case, and that way he couldn't charge any interest, but I'm not like that. So 14% plus $14,400 plus 24% default rate. And I think down here, and 3% late fee. I don't know what. Late on what? $9,600 of that $14,400 is paid in advance. That's where he gets paid up front. So he gets paid $9,600, and I'm paying interest on that? Really? I don't think so. Okay. So, and then this one other thing I did not like at all, this is all just note and mortgage normal stuff, is this personal guarantee. I'm not guaranteeing anything for a real estate transaction. They want me to sign a personal guarantee for a $96,000 loan that my corporation is borrowing for an investment property that I'm going to flip with a 60-day balloon due, and then it goes to 24% interest, and I'm paying $14,400 for the money? Come on. Come on, dude. Okay, so I'm not, like I said, I'm not very familiar with loans, hard money. I know they're usually like 15%, and there's like a 1 or 2% origination fee, not 10. And you usually are allowed to have the money for 6 months to 12 months. So, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, my friends, my mobsters, anybody out there, lenders, anybody who has any comments on this. Am I overreacting, or is this like loan sharking at its finest? I don't know. But tell me, please, because, you know, I backed out. I was like, I'm not doing this. I got to find another solution to get this deal done and make money on this deal, because it's a hell of a deal. This house is a awesome deal. And I was very close to signing this paper. And then I was like, no, I'm not. I can't. This is stupid. So give me your thoughts on this loan. Tell me what you think about the terms of this hard money loan with no grease. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Tell me what you think. So here's my solution. In the real estate business, guys, you have to be able to go outside the box and find solutions that aren't traditional. I mean, it's transaction engineering. You know, a problem came up and the seller still wanted to sell his house, and we had to come up with a solution. So I called the seller, and this morning on my way back from the title company, and I explained the situation to Mr. Rozier, my seller. Told him the loan guy was a loan shark. He was trying to get me with no grease, and made him a proposition. I told him I would send him $500 today, cashier's check. Here it is. I got the cashier's check, got it ready for him, and asked for 120 days extension. I'd pay him the same thing for the house, but I would also split the profit that I made from the house with him 50-50, right down the middle. I made him a partner. He liked it. He liked that idea. So I sent him the contract via HelloSign, and he has already signed my contract. Here it is. You can have a look at the terms I've made with him. He had some delinquent property taxes and stuff that he's going to pay out of his portion, so that's just indicated in this contract. I have until November the 30th now to close on this deal. So I have August, September, October. I have 4 months extra on this house for the same price. I just have no pressure. I have no personal guarantee. My interest rate isn't going to skyrocket. I don't have to worry about in 60 days, if the house isn't sold, that somebody may record my deed that's in escrow and just decide to take the house back, you know, after I've spent 2 months marketing it. This is great. This agreement works perfect for me. Yes, I have to give the seller half of my money, but I already made the seller wait 6 weeks, and he's been very cooperative. He's in Michigan. You know, he's not in Jacksonville, so he's has a hard time managing the property anyway. My contract is signed. You can see I've got 2 signatures here. I just noticed that president is signed spelled wrong, so whoops. And then, of course, I've got the audit trail. I love the HelloSign audit trail. If you don't use HelloSign to get signatures on contracts, man, you are missing it. I sent this to him. He opened it. I could see that he opened it. I uploaded it at 12 o'clock. It was sent for signatures at 12:03. I viewed it at 12:07. He viewed it at 12:33. He signed it at 12:40, so 7 minutes later he signed it. And then 4 minutes later, I viewed it, and then I signed it, and then it sent everybody a copy. I love the audit trail by HelloSign. So nevertheless, I've got an addendum to my contract that extends it till November the 30th. Partners with the seller 50%. That lender can bite my big old butt. And I'm not going to be under his thumb for this to get this deal done. And it's, you know, back to what I told him in the beginning. Like, I don't need money to do houses. Okay? I mean, 15 years of wholesaling, I have never had to get a loan. And the one time, this is seriously the one time that I said, let me try and see what happens. Maybe it's, you know, maybe I'm missing out on something. Maybe I can close on these houses and just to get a quick closing, because he said he could close in 3 days. Maybe I can say, hey, I'll close in 3 days. I'll close in 3 days, and, you know, it may have some power for me in my negotiating, but what a bad experience. I mean, now I know why I don't borrow money to buy houses, because I'm not, you know, I don't have the upper hand. I have the lower hand, and I don't play that way. I don't, you know, I like for everybody to win in the transaction, but I definitely don't want to be on the short end of the stick, and I think that's what was going on here. So I really wish you would pay some comments and, you know, let me know what you think about this loan. Am I overreacting to the terms? Is that how loans are these days? Is it, you know, people out there sharking loans like this? Jeez. Very interesting day. But anyway, I got it done. 2 lessons here. 1, lenders suck. I mean, they, you know, will suck you dry. And 3 lessons. Number 2, you don't need money to do deals. Not wholesale deals anyway, if you're going to be assigning contracts. And number 3, keep your relationship with your seller. Keep your rapport going. You know, things do get crazy. They do blow up. And that's when you really need to be able to, you know, step up to the plate. I mean, it's easy when things are going smooth, but when you have a hiccup like this, seller went in and signed the documents and was waiting on funding. So he was already gone back to Michigan thinking he was getting a wire today for, you know, his portion of this closing, and, you know, I had to call him and give him the bad news, and he was cool about it. So keep your relationship with your sellers open during your time that you have a contract, because you never know what's going to happen. It may blow up, you know, right at the last minute, and that's when you really need to be able, you know, pull it out your ass, make it happen. So anyway, hope this was helpful to you, and leave your comments. Really, tell me what you think about this loan and this whole deal. Okay, Property Mob, makers of badass investors, propertymob.com. We'll check you guys on the next video.